Welcome everyone, Sir Heroscape here today, coming at you with another installment of Ranking Heroscape, Age of Annihilation. Today we're going to be covering the Exiles of the Sundered Sea. Just before we do that, again, in the description, we've got my affiliate link for those of you that haven't purchased Heroscape and already plan on doing it. Would love the support for the channel. Again, we've got the second wave of Heroscape coming out this October. Super excited. There's a ton of really cool stuff. If you haven't bought the first wave, it technically is on back order, but they will be reprinting it in October, so you should still be able to pre-order it there. All right, let's get into it and check these guys out. All right, Exiles of the Sundered Sea, they're following Utgar. This is the first time we see a varied species. You've got multiple species in there. One looks human, one looks kind of serpentine, one looks kind of aquatic-ish maybe. So yeah, you've got a couple different things going on. I think this is setting up an opportunity for just some really cool mixtures of species in future squads. So we'll see where that goes. It's a unique squad, pirate squad, tricky, medium 5, all pretty standard there. Move 5, range 1, attack 3, defense 2, 75 points. So pretty okay stats there. The powers are really cool though. You've got black powder pistols, the same as Fiabani's. 3 times per turn, or sorry, 3 times per game. You get to use them once to add 4 to their range. So really straightforward. Basically, they go from range 1 to range 5, and you can select when in the game that occurs. Stealthy 13, really nice ability. Basically, anytime that they are attacked and a skull is rolled, from a non-adjacent space, mind you, you roll a 13 or higher, they take no damage and can move 3 spaces. Now this is really cool because this is almost directly, I think, the ability off of the C3V's custom pirate squad, which I think was intentional to eke in some cool abilities that the C3V came up with. Because remember, this was a design, and all the AOA designs were originally from the War Council, which was a member of a lot of the customs community. So you have some really cool abilities like this. Basically, this just allows them to get into the action when they're getting shot at, which is really nice. And disengage is also making them hyper mobile. Really good ability. So what are the implications of this squad? Well, they are a pirate squad, so they can be used in EJ1M, who we covered already, and so that makes them really good. They can be kind of counter range, right, where they're not only not taking damage from range attacks using stealthy, but they're advancing closer, which makes that 5 move even better when you can close the gap between you and range. But really their biggest strength is their black powder pistols. This is a shark squad. They can deal damage, and I mean damage. They have proven to be quite good for 75 points as a shark unit to throw into an army. If you're kind of looking for something that's going to give you some value for 75 points, these guys fill it. Reason being, because again, with melee, you can avoid melee knowing how far someone is away from reaching you. With range, it's a lot harder to avoid. So stealthy really allows them the survivability they need to get to the position that they want to get to get attacks off. And if you can get them onto height and use that black powder pistol, their order markers, a turn on these guys can change the game. That is, you can get 4 attacks of 4 into something, whether that's a key hero or just trying to clear some space against other squad figures. That ability is extremely powerful. Now, mind you, think about the power structure of a initiative switch. Initiative switch is when you lose initiative at some point in the game. So you go last on a round, so turn 3, and then you win initiative on the next round, turn 1. So keep in mind, you can get a turn 3 order marker on Exiles, a turn 1 order marker on Exiles, and if you use the black powder pistol on each of those, and you're targeting squads or a key hero, that's 8 attacks of 4, right? That's 2 turns in a row. And so this is a hyper squad that can fill its value in a big turn, right? 1 or 2 big turns. And the black powder pistol, again, doesn't seem valuable when you're like, oh, I only get to do it 3 times a game. Sometimes that's all you need to get the value out of these guys, is just using it twice, once or twice. And now their 2 defense is pretty weak, so if you engage them and knock them out. But again, all you need to do is get a turn 3, turn 1 on them to get their value, and then you're okay with them dying. So these guys can be quite good if you set them up correctly. Additionally, you have to keep in mind they go well with EJ1M. So EJ1M can go out, can shoot stuff and develop them and get them out using his ability, his boarding party ability. If they get shot back at, they can use stealthy. And so when you finally have an order marker on them, they're already pretty much in position. And then also keep in mind, if initiative is won by you and you have EJ1M in your army, you already can place order marker 1 on the Exiles to guarantee that they get their turn and get a big attacks off. So they're really good even just as a filler kind of unit in any other army. Also as a range component that provides some good strength there. But specifically with EJ, they do quite well because of the way that he can choose order markers on when to take a turn with them and develop them using his abilities. So I say that these guys are B+, a solid B+. And the reason for that is I think they have all the tools to give that. Like when I think average, I think B, right? B is kind of your average. They had some issues, but generally is a good unit, right? B+ is really is just above average, right? A- is like you're starting to hit like solid kind of carry a team or not necessarily carry a team, but like you're consistently doing well into most matchups. These guys do struggle into obviously full melee, right? But it's and being a unique squad, they suffer from losing 1 or 2 figures and then their value goes significantly down, right? It's a 4-figure squad though, so 4 figures can still do a lot. And even if you lose 1 figure, getting 3 figures attacks off from height using black powder pistol still does a lot. So in my estimation, these guys are going to sit around a B+ consistently, just because in EJ builds where they can just be the most effective, I think they can do really well. And just outside of EJ builds, for 75 points, that's not horrible. Like sometimes you build an army and you find yourself needing an 80-point hero, 70-point hero, something like that. Throwing in a unique squad like this that can deal some damage definitely brings value, especially if in an end game, right? Imagine you kind of run out of all your common squads or whatever the rest of your army is, and then this is kind of your filler squad for the end game. This is great. This is great in an end game scenario where you get 3 turns to attack from range. You can disengage. You can do counter range with stealthy. So there's a lot going for these guys. B+ it is. Really like the Exiles of the Sundered Sea. Really good squad. And some pretty cool sculpts. Love the blazing, green blades. Super, super cool. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time.